Welcome to MMKK AMA with Phoenix Revive. MMKK, we're a small alpha room. Thank you for joining us. Since we do cap membership around 100 people, most of you will be removed after the AMA. But if you feel you'd like to stay in the room and definitely feel free to send me a DM and let me know why you think you'd make a good member for us. But we're here today to talk about Phoenix Revive. I'm super bullish on the project. I've gotten to know Shiru, and he's super based and definitely a smart guy. So far, he's done a great job. This seems to be a very unique and novel idea that he has. Shiru, without further ado, would you please introduce yourself and I guess discuss your team and let us know about your experience and why you decided to create this token.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for the intro. Really appreciate that. So, my name is Shiro. Well, my nick is Shiro. So, I'm I guess I'm a dev. I have a dev background, so I've been developing coding for the past 18 years. Um, my day job is a CTO for a tech company. I've been there for a while, so it's a they do digital marketing. So things like Google Ads, Facebook Ads, and Google Analytics, etc. I take care of the analytics side, the technical side of it, and my specialty there is doing the automations. So getting data across like big data across different places, different assets, and also automating the build process of their website and all of their architectural, um, I guess, changes and cloud hosting and all of that. So that's me. So a bit about the project. So Phoenix Revive is a token that's able to revive itself. So when I say revive, I mean a relaunch. So so the idea of the phoenix is that a phoenix will die. It will, I guess, be reborn, rise from the ashes. So that's where I got the idea from. So the phoenix is essentially immortal, according to myth, the myth, sorry, the
Mythical
myth, the
mythology.
myths. Yeah, can't
Mythology. Yeah,
pronounce
yeah.
that.
You got it.
Yeah,
That's okay.
mythology. Yeah. Um, so according to that, right? So we took that name and yeah, that's how it works. It will never die. If the chart, like during this bear market, um, there's like many projects does fail and will fail at some point. Uh, I guess most tokens their price is dipping since last year, and it's been going for a while. We're currently through the what we call the crypto winter. So crypto isn't always going up, so it could be on a downtrend. And there are times when you want to, reset everything, relaunch, start fresh from a new chart, and that could be a nightmare. Like migrating. I'm pretty sure most of you guys are familiar with that. Like it's just like it takes so much effort just to migrate to other contracts and start fresh, and it just takes a lot of effort. So that's where I got this idea from. Where what if we can automate the process? And wouldn't just that make everything just seems more easy? Why hasn't anyone done that before? So I'm like, yeah, I couldn't find anything out there that does this in an automated fashion. So I took it on myself, and from ideation, having the features that support the I guess the process of migration, making sure that it's sustainable and it's always going to sustain itself. Yeah, and it's and it's a good investment for people to buy from the beginning, get in early. Even if you don't get in early, I think it's sitting around 72K MC now. We started off at $400 initial market cap, so I think that's like over 200x, I think. Yeah. So we on the first day, we did over 200x from launch within 24 hours. So that was amazing. Um, yeah, um, that's us in a nutshell, I guess.
So right now we're on version 11 of version 11 contract, and I understand you're going to do 180 different versions. And correct me if I'm wrong, but each version you'll be launching at a higher market cap, correct?
That was the initial plan. So initially when we launched, I was hoping for snipers to get in. And so the initial idea was to relaunch every 10 minutes by itself. And so it will capture the sniper bots each time and then trap them with the floor price. But that didn't happen. So we took a different approach and just relaunched manually. So if it does it every 10 minutes, so that means that 100 after 180 rounds, that's around 30 hours. So I guess the idea is to reset every 30 hours, and so people can ape in every single day. 24 hours will have the same time zone, so 30 hours will at least have 6 hours difference of time zone for different people. So that was the original plan, but we I guess we just thought of um, just a solution on the fly, and this is what we came up with. Just do it manually for now, see how it goes, and it's working quite well.
And what comes along with this, if you want to talk about next, is the tokenomics.
Yeah, sure. The tokenomics, I guess, at the start, the generation event, 100% of the tokens was added to the LP. So if anyone to buy, including myself, they will have to buy it from the Pancake Swap router. The taxes are 5% sell, 5% buy, 1% goes to a big buy competition wallet, 2% will go to the marketing fund, and the other 2% will go to LP.
Great. And name, are you with us? Name?
Sorry?
Um, I need to step away just for a minute.
Oh yeah, sure. No worries. All right, Shiro. So, do you want to kind of like explain also like the 50% tax and how that works, especially with when there's buys that are or sells that are sold under the floor and all of that good stuff?
Yeah. Um, so the other idea is that we want to make our investors feel safe about the funds that they'll invest in. So having a floor price is I guess a soft security net that you have in your investment. So each time we relaunch, the floor price will take the same value as it is currently at before. So for example, at say version 3, market cap was 50,000, and so if we do relaunch to version 5, then that floor price will become 50K, and so anyone selling below that certain market cap will be taxed 50%. um, so you have to wait for other people to buy in, which I'm sure they'll do, and then you can sell safely at 5%. So I guess by having floor price, we call it floor price. It's really soft, really. We don't we don't really want you to stop anyone from selling, because that's like hunting pot in a way. So you can sell, but at a 50%, because that's our policy.
What was kind of like the idea behind, or what is the main goal behind doing that? Is to basically sort of keep a constant uprise and people prevent people from like dumping their bags, etc., or like, what was sort of more what inspired you to do that part?
So initially it was to stop the bots from dumping the snipers, but they're not getting in. So and then we just stuck with that. But also in a way, byproduct is just stopping the dumpers, as you say. So it's working quite well, and it's just every time they do, which I've seen quite a few, it's fattening up our marketing wallet. So, but people, I mean, we got like a huge support of investors who were just waiting for that dip and then buying back in. So that sell isn't really concerned, because I'm sure everyone would just wanna buy that dip.
Very nice. And I know at this point you haven't like really started with any paid marketing or anything like that yet. So how would you say things are going as far as like up to this point, everything organically? I mean, I know we've established a pretty decent holder base that have been holding quite well, just like you said. So what do you think is, what's next for the project? And with that also, what would you say is sort of your ultimate goal? Like what's the end goal for Phoenix Revive at the same point?
All right, yeah. So in terms of marketing, we're in the talks with a few channel owners. I did try one or two paid call. Um, it didn't work quite well. So it was just a small test to see if calls would do anything. During this bear market, it's I guess we have to go for tier one or something like that. I'm not sure if they actually make a big impact, but essentially, I was busy working with the website and just getting everything, like getting the contract verified. That's still ongoing. I'm just having issues with BSC scan. Probably it's because our contract was deployed from another contract. I had to get in touch with them, see how that works. I've verified contracts before, but this is the first time I'm having issues with it. So yeah, just getting the website, the white paper, and then we can do like a full-on paid marketing campaign, so that everyone gets everything, all the boxes are checked. I see websites there, white papers there. We got a green chart, so people are more likely to ape, and so the paid marketing won't be wasted as much. So that was the plan. A few hiccups, a bit delayed here and there, but we'll get there sooner rather than later in terms of marketing. I guess that as an end goal for Phoenix Revive, it'll just keep on reviving. We're thinking of utilities, but nothing set in stone yet. Because I believe having a utility just for the sake of it isn't really the way to go. I mean, we could stake. I mean, like most projects, we have NFT, we have staking, and to be honest, I don't really call those as utility. They're just there. So I want to do something really unique and really has a value for the project. Something that others haven't done before. And so it gives us that uniqueness, and also working on towards our current strengths of having that uniqueness. We can write contracts, and we can do things that others haven't done before. There was a question about the team, which I think I forgot to answer. So currently, the core team consists of myself, the dev owner, and we got Biggie, who's helping with promoting our project, and he's admin. So he's been doing everything he can to help this project out. Um, so I met Biggie from a few other projects, and we get along, and then he's treating this project as his own as well. So I'm really happy to hear that. Um, so and then we got a couple other volunteers who to help here and there with the graphics, with the everything else, and people who believe in the project, they help volunteer to help us with those bits and pieces, so I can concentrate on the dev. So yeah, it's been really, really helpful. Um, I guess as we grow, we'll need more core team members. So I'll be in the process of recruiting any as such.
Very nice, very nice. And well, excuse me. Honestly, like from an investor standpoint, I think it's very bullish to see an actual developer also be the owner of a project, and not necessarily having to go to other developers about every little thing and, asking for this and that. And so that is really cool, having somebody with a background like yours as a project owner is definitely bullish. I think unless, I mean, is there anything else that you want to share with us at the moment, or would it be okay if I open up the floor? We have quite a few attendees here. I would like to also open the floor and give everybody a chance to ask questions about yourself or the project, or whatever questions that they may have, unless you have anything else to add at this point.
Yeah, not really. So let's open the floor. Yeah.
Sounds great. All right. Who wants to start this off as far as community questions goes? All right, let's go. Satoshi Boulevard.
What's that? So I was a little late, so I didn't catch a lot. But you say relaunch. So does that mean like new contract and there? You said migration, so I'm assuming it's like you're migrating. So are you snapshotting a state of it before it relaunches, and then just distributing the supply one for one to the person in the new token? Is that what's going on?
So that's the I guess that's what needs to happen for a relaunch. But we found a pretty unique way of doing it to overcome those obstacles that make it hard to migrate. So with our contract, it works a little bit different. I'm not sure of how technical I should say it, but
as technical as possible, man.
Okay,
I get it.
All right, cool. So what we did was on the I guess there's a protocol called a BEP20 BSC token, and they have a set of methods that you have to implement, and you don't have to go with the standard. So what we did was we hacked all those methods to return the values from a storage contract rather than from what's stored on the current. So from migrating to, when we say migrating, it's not really migrating. It's just pointing to a new contract. And we do that by having the token contract inside another contract. So that specific main parent contract is what we call a factory. It will spit out new contracts on chain. So we just need to call this on chain method called revive, and it does everything instantly in a single transaction. It will pull the liquidity out from the current one, and it will set all the tokens to 0 on that one, and it will put the LP onto the new contract, and it will link all the the holders, all the balances, and all the approvals to the parent contract. And so what we see is just a link between the token contract and the parent one. So when we get a balance, your number of tokens per user, it's not actually getting from the current one. It's just referencing from another contract. So we don't have to airdrop everyone. It just links by
Oh,
itself.
so your balances and whatever authentications you did, that's existing on the parent contract, and that's managing the distribution of the supply of the new contract.
Yeah, that's right. So that will never
Interesting.
change. Only the token contract will.
And so the goal of that is to like consume liquidity from like bots that automatically launch into new contracts. Is that the really what got
Yeah,
you
so
started down that path?
yeah, exactly. So I'm just working on ways to capitalize on that idea. Yeah, just trying different things. So hopefully we get to a point where every time we do a relaunch, there'll be those sniper bots to come in, people who want to ape in, and just seeing a green chart all the time. So that's the plan.
If you find a way to do that, can you call it the spiderweb protocol? I like that. You're attracting snipers. I like it.
Yeah. So I guess the irony is other projects have a hard time just blocking these snipers on launch, but we embrace them.
Yeah,
It's
it's
almost like a
interesting because
utility.
the only other like function I've seen like to deal with the sniper bots is salmonella attacks, which is basically like committing them all to liquidity. So this is an interesting way to deal with that vector. I've never actually heard of it before. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Any other questions that we have, or anything else that you want to say at this on that specific topic?
Yeah, the snipers. I guess that's a really interesting one. Maybe we can do a. Yeah, it's just that other projects they want the snipers off, but we want them on. So yeah, I think we'll just need to think of a way to capitalize on that idea, and probably publish something so that other project owners can to what they call anti-bot. So just some additions.
Yeah, but if you publish
I
it, that
mean,
means we don't get all the snipers, right?
Can I make a little like suggestion, because I've thought about this deeply. So like my whole concept is like proof of human, right? So basically you take a test and just have a series of captchas and a series of different things, different functions that like can determine, like, you know, like some video games have done it very well, like Fortnite does it. They have an anti-bot service. There's a ton of different ways to determine. Even like some sites will prevent DDoS by doing, like Walmart, you have to click a mouse button and hold the mouse click down, like little tiny things that prove that you're human. And then if you don't commit those, if you go to sell.
Oh, I think we lost you.
Hell, I had a call, dude. Yeah. So in order to like actually sell, you have to be like you have to have a Boolean true in your direction based on that authentication method, right? So you have to actually take the test, and if you take the test, you pass the test, you're able to actually sell. You know, like there's different. I've thought about it like a lot, but like there's different ways you could do it. But the whole concept was like proving that you're human. Otherwise, you get blacklisted, kind of thing.
Yeah. So I guess that's why most groups or some has a portal to their Telegram that you have to do certain you have to do 3 checks on those I guess those random images, and that just proves that you're human. I guess that's how they do it. All right, cool. So do you have any more questions, Satoshi, or anyone else wanna ask?
Hey, Shiro, it's Kazo. How's it going, buddy? Thanks for being here.
Good, good. And yourself?
Not bad, man. So, just a quick question. So, this one, so it relaunches itself. So my wallet will continue to get new tokens every time it does that.
Yeah. So I guess on the front, on the surface, you see a new contract, but in the back, it just remains where it is on blockchain. Um, so in a way, it is a new contract, and you're getting the same tokens as before.
Okay, and I'm gonna have to, let's say if I missed a few days or come back weeks later, have to find out which token actually has that liquidity, right? Unless,
So what we do on that is to avoid the confusion. What happens is if you land on an old token, it gets renamed to well, it doesn't get renamed, but a link to the new contract is added to the title, to the name of the old token. So it will say Phoenix Revive, open brackets, new contract, XYZ, go there.
right, so I'm assuming you guys are gonna update your socials every time this happens, because because a lot of people that have decent amount of money in their wallets are still gonna get dust attacks and stuff with the same token name, etc.
Um, hmm. I guess another way to verify is to go to our website. I mean, our website we always have to update it. It's calling the method that returns the current contract. You can always check our Telegram and our socials. We probably won't publish the contract on our socials. It will just link it to somewhere that always have the current one to avoid confusions.
Right. Do you have a DApp or something, maybe, or a swap? That's the only way you would probably tell people, hey, just use our swap, and that's where the most recent tokens are.
Yeah, so we recently launched our website, and yeah, there are plans to have our own swap. I've done that before, so I can just borrow that and put it on our website. Yes, and it will be a custom one. It won't be like an iframe or something like that. It'll be our own custom swap box.
Right, right. Yeah, not gonna lie. I mean, this is something that we have not seen, that the project or the master contract is able to relaunch itself based on the criteria that you designated. So it's definitely groundbreaking, and that's amazing. I guess that presents like a certain type of challenges that it comes with it. So when you talk about utility, maybe I missed it. Anything else that actually provides any kind of revenue to the project, or is it just going to be based on, well, it just launches itself, and so the bots hit it, and whoever new wants to buy it. And I guess this could also present the challenge of getting listed on CoinMarketCap and etc. How do you see that happening?
So we do have so regarding the CMC listing, we do have a parent token, so that always will remain constant. That parent token will have the same holders and everything. It's the source of truth of all the holders anyway. So I guess there's a couple of hurdles that we need to overcome in terms of volume for that parent token to get listed. And once it's listed, they can just we can list our website, we can list our Telegram, and then they can go there, find about it, find about us and how it works. I think we can do a description in CMC as well about it's a reviving token, and so it'll relaunch itself. The contract is always changing, so go to our website, go to our Telegram, or whatever for the current contract. So yeah, CMC, I think it's possible. Just a couple of things that we need to do first in order to get there. Regarding utility, as I mentioned before, we're still on ideation, so we're just think of ways to, I guess, just having a utility for the sake of it. I don't think it's a way to go. It needs to add value to the project. I won't do NFTs or staking just for the sake of it. But yeah, to to get people to buy because of this is the service we provide and it's used to fund the token. We can do something like custom contracts for people or do a migration DApp or something like that in the works, but nothing is set in stone yet. It's still in discussion.
Yeah, no, I totally understand. Thank you for answering my questions.
Thank you. Really appreciate that. So yeah, we stealth launch. So we're we start off with low budget, $400 market cap. We launched that, and it's sitting at I think 72. Let me just check, 73 now. So a couple buys. So yeah, it's doing quite well. So our marketing wallet, I think we can do a lot of things with it now.
So from my understanding, and you're right, when you're talking about utility, every project seems to have the same shit, like NFTs, staking. There's nothing really unique out there. So from what I gather from what you're saying is that you have this unique contract that revives itself, which is something that's never been done. So that's check. And then the utility you're thinking of is also going to be something you want to implement that's also never been done. So from my understanding, like you just don't know yet what that's going to be because you're still in the idea phase. But when you do bring a utility, it needs to be something that's extremely unique. Is that sort of how I'm hearing it?
Yeah, that's right. Because I'm a full stack developer. I built at one point. I built websites for a living, and I've done a lot of web apps as well. So we just need that idea, and then I can make it happen. So yeah. So I mean, like yeah, just trying to think through what we can actually do. Yeah, I guess.
That kind of complements the revival feature.
Yeah,
That could
exactly.
complement. Yeah. Okay.
Well, the whole thing, I mean, especially with projects, I mean, if we go into the BSE scan and then look at just, how many tokens have been created today, that just sort of bring the same thing over and over and over again into the space, but not really solving any problems that are in the crypto space. So do you think that Phoenix Revive could evolve and get to a stage where it's, fixing or, quote unquote, finding a solution for issues that are in the blockchain at the moment that could become better in the future? And is that kind of what you're set out to do as far as utility goes?
Yeah, like the I guess the whole blockchain and contract, how it works is you write once to the blockchain and then you can't change it unless you do a proxy, and the proxy has some certain limitations that stop projects, stop certain contracts like our one to be able to use a proxy. So it has to be really specific. But even then, like once you publish your contract on blockchain, you can't change it. And so if there's a security loophole, or what we demonstrated yesterday, we can just fix it straight away and do a migration, keeping all the funds safe as soon as possible. So we can action things like that really fast. And I think that's a game changer in terms of the whole cryptocurrency. Where people's money, people's investment, their hard earnings are on the line, and you want to make sure that it's safe. And if there's eventual issue that comes, then you can fix it straight away. Yeah, I think it'd be a game changer in that aspect.
I was surprised to see how you fixed that yesterday. I was actually quite stunned.
Thanks, man.
To
Yeah,
see.
so
I've never seen that.
Well, for anybody that doesn't know or that wasn't there at the time, do you want to do a quick brief explanation as far as what happened and how you were able to fix it really fast? Just kind of like in bullet points.
Yeah. So the issue is that the contract that I wrote is unique, so it's not a copy and paste, tried and true from every other project. So I've written the contract from the ground up. Everything is custom, and so um, yeah, it's really easy to miss a couple of minor details, which I did. We're all human. Um, so the issue was that it allowed other routers to call the pancake directly. There's a swap method, like undocumented swap method in pancake swap router that allows other contracts to call it to send funds without calling the router directly. So that was um, I guess something I missed on my end. Pancake swap hasn't documented that, so it took a a while to find that actually and fix it. So maybe 30 minutes. It's a while for people who funds are at stake. So I spent 30 minutes trying to find reading line by line from the pancake swap router of what's actually going on, and then I guess fix that, and then to implement things, a process um, to sort out. I guess to mitigate the issue further is to have a blacklist of the people that exploited that. So we blocked all their, we froze all the tokens, and I mean, like, we're fair. We don't want to freeze their tokens forever. So all they need to do, so the exploit was they can trade on Dex tools without paying the taxes. So I guess we're pretty fair. And if you want to have your tokens unfrozen, then just send the taxes that you exploited back to the marketing wallet, and that's it. Um, and the other thing that we did was raise the floor price tax to 90%, which is now to make it more stable, trying to get our market cap back where it was. And it's doing quite well. So once everything's so smooth, everyone's, I guess, see that everything's okay, and the whole token economy is stable, I'll put it back to 50% on the penalty tax. So the market cap yesterday was hovering around 75K, and then it went down to 24. After we fixed the issue and everything, I've tested that for 6 hours, doing everything I can to test it, making sure that everything works okay. And then I guess we resumed trading on the new token on the relaunch, and I took full responsibility of what happened because it was just something I missed, and just did a couple buys, and it brought halfway to maybe 50K, and the others did the rest. So that's what happened.
Wonderful, man. So, if it would have been any other contract, like that probably could have gotten a lot more complicated then. Am I right to assume that?
Yeah, especially if you have to ask, especially if the LP is locked and you have to wait a certain period, and also you need to get everyone's tokens to somewhere, and then drain your LP, and then all that sort of, yeah, it just takes a while.
Do we have
Well,
any other questions?
Well, the fact that you took responsibility for it is a first in this space. Usually, shit like that happens, and a dev claims that his grandma died or he got into an accident. Sorry guys, project ended. And I was very surprised to see you took full responsibility and even used some of your funds to bring that chart back up to where it should be. I've never seen a dev do that before myself. So thank you very much. And again, to the point of you being the dev, you don't have to turn to anyone else, which a lot of so-called devs do. They have to talk to someone else to fix an issue. You seem to be able to fix it on your own. So that's another kind of plus for me. So again, thank you for doing that and taking my investment into account.
Yeah,
appreciate that.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So as an owner, I feel responsible for all my investors. So I need to protect their assets at any cost. So that's my style. Um, so yeah, like I said, uh, everyone's investment, their hard-earned money that they believed in the project, to put some money in there, and I just want to ensure that it's safe. It's safe for everyone.
Sure, I have one more question, and I cannot peg your accent for the life of me, dude. Where are you from?
I guess a bit of mix. I'm from Australia, so I'm in Victoria, Melbourne.
Thought
Yeah,
so.
I dox my city, but anyway. But originally my parents are from Vietnam, so
Oh my god! You know what? That's what I say. He sounds Asian, but he sounds Australian. That's literally it, dude.
yeah. I get that a lot. So it depends on who I'm speaking to, really. If I'm speaking to someone's Asian, I'll just automatically switch to more Asian accent. But in general, it's a bit of mix.
That's crazy. Like that, I've never heard an accent like that before. It's like you can hear it like varying back and forth, and I was just severely confused.
Also, yeah, I get that a lot. Actually, at one point, I never noticed I had an accent until I saw my own recording. I was at a conference and people recorded, and I'm like, oh shit, I've got an Asian accent. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's what got me. Is like at first I was like, all right, he's got like Australian, maybe South African, because like the twangs change a little bit. But then I noticed like the twangs are changing, but they sound more Asian than South African, and I was just like, what is going on here?
Do we
That was
have
nice
any
to meet
other
you, dude. Seriously,
questions?
this is good, Amy.
Well, thank you. Appreciate you saying that.
Not necessarily a question, but Nam, you sit there and said, asked him the question about what he's doing for the blockchain. And in my perspective, he's doing a great service to the blockchain because he's basically taking all these people using snipe bots and kicking them in the nuts. And I like that. So
100%, man. It's wrecking bots on a whole new level,
exactly. But my question, or actually more of a recommendation, that money from the bots, it would be something that could make your token even a little more attractive. Take that money and either give it back to the people that hold for a certain period of time or make bonuses out of it, something of that nature, instead of just going straight to MC. Just a recommendation.
So yeah, I guess we get taxes from it and it goes to the marketing wallet, and using that to further sustain the project. Rewards and tokens, where we're still thinking of. Like we will reward long term holders for sure. It's just that we just think it's a new project, it's a new concept. We're just thinking through what's the best way to go on about it, and uh, I'm a dev. I concentrate on the dev thing, so I will need advice from many people to see where everything is, because I don't know everything, right?
Can't go wrong with a good old fashioned staking pool. Gets them to hold and gets them some airdrop that they're not going to instantly dump. So
The thing with staking is that it provides the selling pressure. Like people claim the rewards, and then they can dump the chart. You see more sells. That's the thing that I don't like about that. And also, there wasn't a set unlocked tokens that I can put into that rewards pool. Everything's just bought from my own personal wallets. So yeah, there's no tokens left. It's all in LP. So even if I wanted to, it's just using my own money to provide that. We can use a marketing wallet to do the buybacks for those tokens, but I think it's better spent on something else.
Interesting approach. Does anybody else have any other questions, guys? Feel free.
So Shiru, big kid here. Sorry, I had to step away for a bit. Not sure if you've really answered this yet, but so we love this project, but what's the plan to get the word out so more people see it? What's like going to be your marketing strategy?
So I guess in the beginning where we grew organically, people were calling us for free. So that worked quite well. And then I saw that for them to call us for free, they would have to believe in the project and go through the whole relaunch cycle to see what it actually is, and wrote a pretty awesome review on us and to get to where we're at. So I guess from that, just by having calls to say a tier 1, or having calls from paying 3 BNB for that, and all they do is copy and paste the content, they don't really care. I don't think they'll do much for us in terms of the long run. We're a long-term project, so we don't want pump and dumps where you attract all these cheats and then they come in, they do buys, and then they just sell later. So there's no point. So I guess our marketing strategy is for long-term sustainability. As I said in the beginning, I came from a digital marketing background, so I'm gonna focus what I'm good at, and I'll need help from other people to do the usuals on Telegram, I guess, call channels here and there, Twitter, and stuff like that. So I'll be focusing on the SEO, the SEM, so search engine optimization, search engine marketing on the website, making the website as accessible as possible, and just promoting it through the website. And so the end goal of that is to get our keywords on the first page of the Google search. So if someone wants to say to buy cryptocurrency, they put in buy cryptocurrency, buy crypto on Google or some other keyword. So our goal is to get that on the first page, and that will give us the long-term sustainability, because that will always be there. And people will go to our website, learn about us. That's what they see before they hit that buy button. So I think that'll be a bit better than your average, I guess, apes. It'd be cool.
I have like another suggestion, because you were saying looking for utility, and when I said staking pool, you made a good point. Since you're a full stack dev, have you thought about like maybe messing with social media, like API infrastructure, and creating some sort of like engage to earn, where people are engaging and providing the value that leads to buying pressure on the chart from new onboarders, and at the same time they're kind of getting rewarded a commission for doing that, and you could use API and like handles to like track all that. Since you're a full stack dev, there's like zero cost on the dev other than your time. You know what I'm saying? And it's interesting concept. I talked to somebody about it before, and we would like went back and forth and try to like map out some stuff, but like, and it's complex, but it looked like it was possible. Like Twitter API, like Telegram API, like all that stuff is there. And if you like find some interesting mechanisms, you could just really create like an internal like referral system of sorts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I get what. So I guess we can reward people for liking the tweets and things like that, right? And then track it automatically.
Yeah, I mean, even as far as like sitting on spaces, like that's trackable. All that data is trackable. So the longer and the more time and whatever you're participating in has a weighted parameter. So like certain things actually have more impact than others, like taking time to sit on a space or sit on an AMA and bring those numbers up. That has more impact, so you get more reward. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and I was also thinking of a referral system as well, as you mentioned. You mentioned before. I tried that once in my previous project, but it didn't launch. So I could probably borrow some code there. So
Yeah,
essentially, yeah,
whenever somebody like asks about referral, like I will say like I suggested to this dev once about a referral system, and they ended up being like shady. But the one thing I gathered that was actually alpha from them is they found the round robin mechanism, which is like a really old school referral mechanism, and he basically coded it into on chain and created a very very successful system with it. So I would, if you're gonna do referral, just go round robin, bro. It's proven.
absolutely. So yeah, that's a really good one actually. So I'll look into that. First, well, I'll need to get the automations first, and then I can look into that because my time is limited, so I can only do one thing at a time. And yeah, that referral system that'll be really good. I think it'll be good. Yeah.
So Shiru, are you a one-person team at this point?
So in terms of dev, yes, but in terms of the project as a whole, it's mostly based on volunteers. But we got a couple of admins like Biggie, who's been helping out quite a lot, and X-Rated, just helping me setting up the Telegram, keeping it clean, and spreading out, talking to other people, trying to get them to invest, and a whole lot of other things that I'm not aware of they're probably doing. So, but in terms of dev, it's only me as a developer.
It's a lot of work, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So I'll just have to make do.
Great. I don't have any further questions. Does anyone else in the community?
I'm aping in, bro.
Nice. Thanks, man.
Thanks, Satoshi. Name any more questions, or Shiru, if you want to give a, not to sound like court, but if you want to
Yeah.
give a closing statement, you're welcome to.
Yeah. So I guess what happened yesterday, it is what it is, and we fixed it. So I just want to thank all our investors so far, and without you guys, we wouldn't be here. It started up really small, and it's getting there, and hopefully it'll grow much bigger. So for the new investors, you're still super early. We're not even 1 week yet. So it's super early to get in, and I think that this will go to the millions, if not more. That's from my own personal opinion on where it's heading. So do your own research, not financial advice or anything. So check out our website, check out our Telegram, Phoenix Revive. See what's all about. Check our previous charts. There's 10 other ones where you can go through. I think there's a link pinned in our Telegram. We'll forward that again for you guys to see all our previous charts and see what's happening. And then based on that research, you can decide if you want to invest in or not. As for me, I'll be here all the time. Well, not all the time, but every waking hour to answer people's question, do some of the work. I do have my day job as part time. I work three days a week, but the other times I'll be on the project on Phoenix Revive. So do hit me up in DM if you want to speak something, partnerships or anything, or just tag me in the group chat. I'll be happy to answer. And people know me. I'll get to every single DMs without fail. So I've seen other projects, they just ignore your DMs, but for me, my style is if you contact me, at least I'll consider it, and I'll read all your DMs. So yeah, really appreciate everyone attending this AMA. Quite a turn up, I would say, and yeah, I guess that's it from a closing statement.
Sounds good. Any last questions before we dismiss? No, that's the phone ring that you have. I'll let you go at this point. Thanks for joining, everyone. Have a great day.
All right, thanks for having us. Cheers. Bye bye, everyone. Cheers. See ya.